Getting straight into the top 5 news stories of the day. Jury selection is set to begin today for the trial of the accused Boston bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. The jurors will be tasked with deciding whether or not Tsarnaev planned and carried out the bombings that killed 3 people and injured more than 200 at the finish line of the Boston Marathon in 2013. Tsarnaev's brother Tamerlan, who was also accused of the bombings, was killed in a police shootout days after the event. If he is found guilty, a jury must also decide if he should be put to death. Jury selection is expected to take weeks to complete. Overseas, North Korea is reacting today to sanctions slapped on them in response to the cyber hack on Sony Pictures. Unnamed officials for North Korea denied responsibility for the attack and say the sanctions are only stirring up bad blood between the two countries. But what exactly are they so mad at? Well, on Friday, the U.S. sanctioned 10 North Korean government officials and 3 organizations, including the capital's primary intelligence agency. By the way, U.S. officials say that was just an opening move. We'll keep you posted as this develops. And back home, the bad blood is still stewing between the NYPD and New York City's Mayor Bill de Blasio. Thousands of officers once again turned their backs on the mayor during his eulogy for Officer Wenjin Liu and his partner Rafael Ramos, who were killed when they were ambushed in their patrol car on December 20th by a lone gunman. Tensions between police and the mayor really began after comments the mayor made in the wake of the Eric Garner grand jury decision. 7-year-old Saylor Gutzler, the little girl who survived a plane crash that killed her whole family in Kentucky over the weekend, may turn out to be a big help for investigators. Officials say having an eyewitness is key, but it is not clear if they will interview the little girl as part of their investigation. After the crash Friday night, Saylor walked about a mile to find help for her family. Her parents, sister, and cousin were all killed in the crash. And last in our top 5 headlines, the sports and broadcast worlds are mourning the loss of Stuart Scott. The famed ESPN anchor died Sunday morning after a lengthy battle with cancer. During the ESPYs this past July, Scott gave a memorable and moving speech about his battle with the disease.
When you die, that does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live.
Phenomenal quote right there. Scott was 49 years old. You know, guys, we really lost a true fighter. There was such an outpouring of love on social media since the news was announced, and so many sports journalists and reporters have all commented on how Stuart has really paved the way for broadcasting. Of course, he had a really original, candid personality. He was truly cooler than the other side of the pillow. So I know you've got a little more on
and that
social
message
media
will stand the test of time.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
That message that he sent out so strong for everyone who's battling cancer.